Alrighty, so here we are almost at the start of game number 4 for the Melonheads. Here's how the standings look. The Sirloins are 3-1, and if the Melonheads can't figure it out, this could be a disaster as only the top team from each division makes it. And so they're really going to have to battle back. The Sirloins are your leaders. I think the little stars are the teams I added. But the Hooligans, the Rippers, they're all at 2-2, so a win here could put them back in second place, at least tied for second place, and put themselves only a game back of the Sirloins, so they still have a shot. We are a little disappointed here that the Melonheads are not playing better. This Nightbats team, though, has got some good contact hitters, and they are 1-2 just like the Melonheads. So one of these two teams could come out 500, and one team will be struggling continuously. Stephanie Morgan is getting a little tired apparently. She's well. That's good. That's exactly what you want. Alright, Pete Wheeler still batting 0. We'll see. After this game, if the Melonheads were to lose here again, I think you might see some lineup changes, some roster shakeup. I don't know. Something's got to happen if they can't figure it out. So we will see. Going into game number 4, 5-inning regular season game. Nightbats, Melonheads. Look at those players. Holy cow, their fourth hitter is named Stiff Bottom. And Chuck Roast. Those are some interesting names. Despacito on their team. Esposito. Peapod Tailwind. What a name. Peapod's going to lead off the game with a hit, though. That's what I get for making fun of her name. And she rips one up the middle. Who is pitching for me right now? Is that Ernie Steele? That is Ernie Steele. The one and only. He's a legend. He's a goofy looking dude in the game. That ball's going to get past Pablo. Are they going to go first to third? They're testing Dante's arm. He is going first to third. Oh, that ball's launched into right field. It gets past Keisha. Some terrible defense out of the Melonheads is going to cost them 2 runs to start this game. How depressing is that? When your offense has struggled to just give them 2 runs like that, and now Ernie Steele's already working from behind with nobody out after the first 2 batters. Pablo's going to make a diving catch, though. A complete 180 from what we just saw defensively. And here's Chesley Stiff Bottom. The one and only bottom that is stiff. I'm hoping he's at least talking about his butt, because if other bottom parts are stiff, I really didn't want to know that. But here we are, 1 out. Stiff Bottom's going to get a pitch right down the middle because I'm terrible. But Pablo's going to make the play. 2 outs. It's going to take it off. Holy cow, that was cocky, and I skipped it. But here we go. This is Alan Martin... something Italian. A diving play isn't going to get by, though. The Melonheads are really going to have to perform here offensively if they expect to win this game the way it started. Ernie Steele hasn't pitched horrible, but some bad play has made it so that Ernie's going to have to pitch even better if they're going to... Oh, Ernie takes one. He's down. Ernie Steele is down and out. I think he's dead. He's just laying on the ground. What does that mean? Pit Esposito up to the plate. Oh, Jesus. Look at Ernie Steele's stats. His mojo is tense and he is hurt. Velocity down. Junk down. Accuracy way down. Ernie Steele is not healthy. They're going to have to go to the bullpen. He is a disaster right now. This is that... They're going to bring Luana Liu in. She has a teddy bear when she pitches. She has a teddy bear in Backyard Sports. She has forgotten her teddy bear here in the new league. Holy cow, that was almost bad. So she's going to go ahead and pitch because Ernie Steele hurt in the first inning. That is the breaking news from the game is Ernie Steele. Oh, here we go. Pete Wheeler's going to get started. His first hit is in the gap. Can he come out? He's going to get a double standing up. So now the Melonheads turn to strike as Pete Wheeler rips one in the gap. Here's Dante Robinson. Look at them sunglasses. This man's... Ooh, come get your mans. He is one of the team favorites. Crowd loves him. Ball 2. 2-0. to Dante Robinson. 3-0 to Dante Robinson. Ball 4. They walk Dante Robinson. Look at the bat flip. I've heard of home run bat flips, but check out the walk back flip out of Dante Robinson. That brings up Pablo Sanchez. It was mentioned last game that Pablo Sanchez was the best player in the Backyard League and has not been a part of the offense here for the Melonheads so far. And he's going to rip one, but they're not going to test it as nobody's out. They now have sacks jammed for Keisha Phillips, who's only batting 167. Maybe the second best player in the Backyard League, and she has struggled mightily this year. This ball is deep to left. Underneath it, robbed of a home run. That would have been a grand slam, but Pitt Esposito climbs the wall and robs her of a grand slam. He's underneath this ball. Apparently I don't know how to advance just one runner because I told him to go home and he didn't do it. So instead of scoring 2 runs, they've scored nothing, and the bases are loaded, 2 out. Ahmed Khan lines out on maybe the hardest hit ball of the inning, and the Melonheads are disappointed as they score nothing after Keisha Phillips gets robbed of the grand slam. And now Lou is going to start off the inning by giving up a home run of her own, and it's 3-0, whatever the other team's name is, something about a bat. Night bats. Here's Colorado Wiggs. He's got a cage on like he's 10. Unbelievable here as the Melonheads looked like they were going to answer with their own big inning, and instead they get nothing on poor base running and great defense out of the night bat. Strike 3 swinging. Can the Melonheads get momentum again after having their hearts broken the way they did last half inning? We will see in the bottom of the second, but we got to get out of this half inning first. It's not a real tense half inning as it seems. Luana Lou bounces back quickly from the solo home run to lead off the inning. But not until the home run for the Night Bats. 3-0. Can the Melonheads get something started? Tony Del Vecchio could be the guy to do it for you as he's been locked in as of late. He's been locked in to start the season, but it looks like in his last couple at bats, he might be trying to do too much after having that 2 home run game. He's trying to put the team on his back, and his swings have not looked as good. Catcher Stephanie Morgan, the tryhard. That ball is down the line. Tryhard Morgan, Stephanie Morgan is going to get a single, and the Melonheads have a chance. Luana Lou cannot hit. I don't know how to bunt. Here we go. Boink. A little nubber. Nobody's covering first, but they do get back in time. If Pete Wheeler could find a gap again, he could make it 3-1. Oh, that had good break back. I wasn't expecting it. Pete Wheeler hits a little flare. Does it have enough to get down? It does not. Out number 3. Melonheads once again retired. It is concerning that the Melonheads offense cannot perform. I'm not sure what to say as we thought offense was going to be a strength. That ball's going to get by Keisha Phillips into the gap. It's going to be a leadoff double for the Night Bats. As we were saying, it looks like the Melonheads offense is actually going to be a struggle for them this year as they have not been consistent and it's costing them games. Good play by Keisha Phillips out there in right. If the Melonheads can't figure out how to hit, I'm not sure that they have any chance of making the playoffs here in the inaugural season of the historic league. There might be some talk that, this team was solid in the Backyard League and maybe not so much here in the historic league. Maybe they're just outmatched. We will see. Here's Dante Robinson batting .333, a home run, 2 RBIs. He did walk earlier in this game. Can he get something started here? Another high pitch swung at by the Melonheads. Part of the issue could be the lack of pitch recognition. Pablo Sanchez is an interesting guy. He's batting .429, but no home runs, no RBIs. You have to imagine with the top of the order they have, holy late. the top of the order they have, that he should have some runs driven in, and instead he is only getting hits when it doesn't matter. Whoa, that ball almost hits Pablo in his big nose. Pablo's going to hit this ball inside out, and then he's going to fly out to left. The Melonheads really disappointing us here. Maybe Keisha Phillips can get something started here with 2 outs. They're going to need it. Ball 2. That ball's right down the middle, and Keisha Phillips is going to rip it down the line. She can scoot. She's going to have a double. And the Melonheads have a little life here with 2 outs. Here's Mikey Thomas. He's only got 1 hit on the year, but it was a home run. Ball outside. A lot of pressure here. That ball's going the other way. Is it over his head? It is! Off the wall. That is going to be an RBI double for Mikey Thomas. His mojo is getting huge. Look at the size of his mojo. Here's Ahmed Khan, one of the better players on the team so far this year. He's got hits. He had the first RBI slash home run slash run for the Melonheads. A home run here could tie this game up. 3-0. No way is he swinging. Ball 4, they walk Ahmed Khan. Not a terrible decision. But here is Tony Del Vecchio, who is locked in, but has not looked like he's swinging as well as of late. That ball is right down the middle, though. Mikey Thomas is slower than, I don't know, something really slow more than likely. And bases loaded, 2 outs. We do have a 2-out rally here for the Melonheads, and Stephanie Morgan is absolute garbage as she's going to pop it up, and it's going to take an error to have something happen, and they don't get it. But the Melonheads do score. They have 6 hits. Things are looking up for the Melonheads. Can Keisha Phillips get to this ball? Dives and doesn't get there. It will be a single. Maybe I shouldn't have dove. Little late to question it now. Maybe I should change pitchers because she's been pitching a while, but it looks like she's okay, so we're going to keep pitching. I don't really know how stamina works. Is that a double play? The misplaying right doesn't matter. 2 outs. Colorado Wiggs is being brought in, replaced by Rochelle Noggin. Rochelle, it's 2019. We're very accepting of Rochelle. She hasn't quite decided her gender identity, and we respect that. Rochelle up the middle. We respect that here in the Ancient League. We might be ancient, but we're not, I don't know, intolerant. I can't think of other words. Hey. Rochelle Noggin did get removed right away, though, for Trev. Oh, boy. These are some interesting names. Luana Liu is not going to bat here, let's be honest. We are going to substitute. We have not gotten anything. What about Reese? Reese is that little dude who's kind of quick, little blonde dude. Yeah, he's going to go ahead and get a pinch hit at bat here. He's going to go ahead and rip the ball down the line. He's going to try and get something started here. Maybe use those wheels to get something started. Instead, he's going to ground out to the pitcher. And he's going to hit the ball about as far as he is tall, which is not very tall. And Pete Wheeler's batting 111. That's a big part of why this offense hasn't got it started. If they could get Pete Wheeler on and Dante on, this is a different ballgame. And Pete Wheeler's going to single here. Maybe talking some smack is what Pete Wheeler needed. We're going to go ahead and try and steal with him. Let's get him. Go, Pete Wheeler. Go, Pete Wheeler. Go, Pete Wheeler. Go. He's in there. Dante's got a runner in scoring position now with 1 out. That ball was a ball. Literally a ball. Dante's going to go the other way with it. He's going to only move the runner over, and his mojo is getting small. Here's an opportunity for Pablo. In the questions of the haters and come through in the clutch. Get your team a hit and an RBI. This ball is deep to center field. Center fielder going back at the track, at the wall. Pablo Sanchez has tied the ball game. Look at the nose on that guy. Here's the StatCast 404 to center field. Pablo Sanchez comes through in the clutch. Hush mode is the haters as he ties the ball game. Finally, the Melonheads can come through. Here's Keisha Phillips, back-to-back hits now. The Melonheads are looking to strike here in the bottom of the 4th, even more so. There is 2 outs. The Melonheads have had done everything in this game with 2 outs. Mikey Thomas is slow, though, and he is going to be out at first base. So we are going to see. We could bring in one of the Webbers. Should we bring in Ashley or Sydney? Sydney looks a little better. We're going to bring her in because this is a close ball game, and we don't want to lose. Sydney Weber coming in. Right to Mikey Thomas, out number 1. There's a chick umpire over at first base. Look at this dude flexing. No flex zone, says Sydney Weber. Ground ball to Mikey Thomas. Mikey Thomas is going to miss first base. Big punch out by chick umpire. This dude's got bags under his eyes, but his name is Stiff Bottom. He's been working out them glutes to get that stiff bottom. And let me tell you, this offseason has been good to Stiff Bottom. Yeah. How many times can we talk about Stiff Bottom just to mention his stiff bottom? Let's change up low. Doesn't get him. We got a full count. 2 outs. Sydney Weber is going to get him looking. Stiff Bottom. Very upset. Bottom of the 9th. Ahmed Khan up to the bat. Can the Melonheads walk off here in the bottom of the 5th? Not the 9th. Ahmed Khan hits a hard hit ball to short. Out number 1 though. The Melonheads really need this win to go 2-2 because 1-3 sounds god-awful, and we don't want that. Tony Del Vecchio is going to rip a single up the middle, and the Melonheads have some life here in the bottom of the 5th with 1 out. He is locked in as a pitcher, though, so this could be... There's extreme pressure on him. I didn't want to swing. Glad I didn't. He's now tense. The pressure's getting to him. The catcher's going to move over. Hit him with the bat, Sydney. What kind of team player are you? All right, we haven't got much out of Jocinda, so we're going to try... Wait, Marina Luna. Is that maybe the chick with the teddy bear? I don't know. Ricky Johnson. Look at that man's. He just looks like he was born for this situation. Ball's inside. He's going to turn on it. Left fielder's going to walk on over and make out number 3. They're going to bring in Amir Khan, the closer, to try and stop them from scoring any runs here in the extra innings. It is the top of the 6th. 3-3. The Melonheads have fought back in this game. Diving in this game is outrageous, and I overjudge it every single time. I didn't know if he was going to get there. Not much I could do. Whatever. Prawn Jack at the dish. Interesting. Oh, that looked like a strike to me. Blue, you would have called it if I was batting. There's a chick umpire, and I just noticed it here in extra innings. That's the problem. She can't see. She's blind. Look how dark those sunglasses are. That is just unreal. Strike number 2 called. Maybe she can see. I'll take it. Ball 4. Amir Khan has runners on first and second now. Extreme pressure for the closer. He's only got 2 pitches, so there's not a lot of fooling hitters. But then again, think about Mariano Rivera, who pitches in a real baseball league and not this league, and he only had fastballs, so, you know, maybe he can make it work. Strike 3 called, though. Not to turn that down. What the heck just happened? We'll take it. Pete Wheeler makes the play. 2 outs. Amir Khan can get out of the jam here. But Cantor partial at the dish. This man's looks like he can rake. He looks like he could punish the ball. I am nervous. That ball is high and in. It goes through his arms. Good thing this game doesn't know any better, because that should have been a hit by pitch, bases loaded. Amir Khan struggling to find the strike zone right now. Strike number 2 called. Double steal. Strike 3. Looking. There we go. Amir Khan. They're going to bring in Cedar Dropkin for the bottom of the 6th. And the Melonheads are going to try and walk off again. Pete Wheeler, left center field, is going to get the Melonheads started here in extra innings. Oh God, go back to second, please. Thank you. The leadoff double. Dante Robinson maybe is a little too focused on the party scene and not enough on the baseball scene, because he's only batting .250. Maybe got a big head coming to the prime time. He's got at least a big afro. He had a big head in backyard baseball, though. You never know. He can't come through in the clutch. Pablo Sanchez has already come through clutch once this game. Can he do it again here? It sure looks like we're intentionally walking Pablo Sanchez. They are intentionally walking Pablo Sanchez. Here in the bottom of the 6th, they want nothing to do with him. So here's the question. If you are the Melonheads, do you double steal to break up the double play? Because worst case scenario, you still have a runner on second who wins the game. They're going for it. They're going for the double steal. The ball's over the third baseman's head. Pete Wheeler's coming home. They walk off on the most bizarre play ever, and the Melonheads are 2-2 now. What just happened? A throw over the third baseman's head is going to give the Melonheads their second win of the season. What the heck? That is not how we saw it coming. The aggressive base running did work out, but not in the way we thought. Holy cow. The Melonheads come through. Pete Wheeler's now batting better than Dante Robinson. Maybe we should stop talking smack because he had a big game here, which helped them win. Also, Pablo Sanchez had a big game. Some of the players we've been questioning having a big game. Mikey Thomas still struggling a little bit, but he is driving in some runs. This was a tough game for the Melonheads, and they do come out on top. Ernie Steele hurt early, and he struggled because of it and was pulled quickly. The bullpen had to take over, and it was okay because the bullpen really shut them down other than the one earned run they gave up, and that was Lou very early in the game. Here are your players of the game: Pablo Sanchez, Pete Wheeler, and Wade Levine. 3 stars of the game. Thank you so much for watching game number 4. I will see you back for game number 5.